This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers. Thank you for tuning into this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button for up-to-date immigration news. If you have an immigration problem, please get in touch with me. The Home Office has suffered another further humiliation as the deportation flight to Jamaica took off in the early hours of Wednesday morning with only 7 people on board. As I reported earlier in an earlier video, the Home Office was seeking to round up people to remove them on charter flights to countries including Jamaica. I had talked about how important it was for anyone that's facing removal or doesn't have status or deportation or is facing deportation to seek legal advice and do it as soon as possible. It appears that those that were at risk did take this sensible step. And I would strongly advise anybody that's in the United Kingdom without status to seek legal advice as soon as possible to prevent them being threatened with or removed from the United Kingdom by acting promptly. This has happened to some of my clients who acted promptly and weren't even detained, as well as an individual who was detained but wasn't removed. The facts of the matter are that the Home Office, through some media reports, indicated that they were attempting to remove over 100 people on the flight, and they chartered a plane especially for it. As I mentioned, we had a number of clients who contacted us whom the Home Office wanted to remove. As I mentioned, none of them were removed. What actually happened was that the removals, the majority of which involved individuals that had come to the United Kingdom, a large proportion as children, were cancelled, as only 7 out of the over 100 people were actually removed. What is more shocking is again the waste to the taxpayer, as the flight apparently cost £200,000, which meant that it cost the Home Office some £28,000 to remove each person. This is yet another humiliating failure for Priti Patel. In fact, it would have been probably far cheaper to have booked first-class tickets on a scheduled airline rather than hiring a rather large aeroplane to put 7 people on it. Indeed, Priti Patel's attempts to remove people to Jamaica generally do not seem to go very well. 7 out of 100 people is pretty poor, but it's more than the last flight in November where only 4 people were removed. She did a little bit better previously, but only just, with the other removal flights involving 17 people and another one 13 people. The Secretary of State seeks to blame lawyers, but this in my view is a paper-thin excuse, as if the people could have lawfully been removed, then more would have certainly gone, certainly more than 7 out of 100. That's about 7%. My maths isn't good, but that seems to be the figures. This is yet another example of, firstly, the need for individuals to seek proper legal advice, and more worryingly, the way in which the Home Office is completely failing to either stop people come to the United Kingdom or to remove them when they are here. The system is clearly broken and needs to be fixed. Using the words of a previous Secretary of State for the Home Department, in respect of the entire immigration system, Priti Patel is clearly unfit for purpose as the Secretary of State for the Home Department and ought to be replaced. On top of that, the government perhaps needs to overhaul the entire immigration system, something that has been mentioned, not just issuing more and more right-wing rhetoric about how tough she's going to be, when in reality nothing seems to have changed. People seem to keep coming to the United Kingdom and she seems incapable of removing them. Thank you for watching this video. Please tune in to my further videos. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any immigration problem whatsoever or just want some honest advice, please get in touch with me. Thank you very much for watching. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers.